All right, so you have an NHS healthcare assistant interview coming up.
Oh, wow.
Congratulations, that's amazing.
That's huge.
And to help you prep, we're diving deep into this YouTube video you sent over.
Okay.
It's packed with tips specifically for acing that HCA interview.
Yeah, I think what's really smart about this video is it's not just generic interview advice.
Right.
It's like it really gets into the nitty-gritty of what the NHS is looking for
Exactly.
in their HCAs.
It's by Joshua Brown from How to Become,
Okay.
and it's titled NHS Healthcare Assistant Interview Tips. 5 tips for passing an NHS HCA interview.
Catchy.
Yeah, so we'll dissect the best bits from it
Okay.
so you can walk into that interview feeling totally prepared.
Love it.
Yeah.
And remember, confidence comes from knowing your stuff. So
Yeah.
let's jump right in.
Okay, tip number 1 is all about researching the role.
Mm-hmm.
Seems obvious, right?
Yeah.
But the video goes deeper than just reading like a basic job description.
Yeah, I find this fascinating because it really emphasizes understanding the heart of the HCA role. Right. It's not just about the tasks. It's about how you fit into the larger team, how you communicate, and your role in patient care.
Yeah, they even give a great example answered for like that classic question, why do you want to be a healthcare assistant?
Oh, yeah.
And it's not just, I like to help people,
Right.
It ties in personal motivations
Yeah.
with the specific skills needed.
It's like they're saying, this is why I'm passionate, and this is how my passion translates into being a fantastic HCA.
Right.
It's really clever the way they connect the dots for the interviewers.
I love that.
Yeah.
Okay, tip number 2, learning and describing the NHS values.
Yes.
This one really stood out to me.
And rightfully so.
Yeah.
Think of the NHS values, things like respect and dignity, compassion, improving lives,
Right.
as the foundation of everything they do.
Yeah.
You'll be assessed on these values throughout the entire interview process.
It's not just about memorizing like words on a poster.
Right.
The interviewers want to see that you truly embody these values.
Absolutely. And that brings up an important question for you listening.
Okay.
What experiences in your life, whether it's previous jobs, volunteering, or even personal situations, demonstrate these values?
Well, that's good.
Having those concrete examples ready will make your answers really resonate.
It's all about showing, not just telling.
Exactly.
Now, tip number 3 focuses on highlighting relevant experience.
Okay.
What if you don't have direct healthcare experience?
It's a common concern, but even experiences outside of healthcare
Right.
can be incredibly valuable.
Yeah.
Think about transferable skills like communication, empathy, problem solving, working under pressure. Those are all essential for an HCA.
The video actually provides a top-scoring answer for the question, what relevant experience can you bring to this healthcare assistant job role?
Nice.
And it brilliantly weaves together past experience with the specific skills needed for this job.
What's really effective about their example is how they don't just list skills. They give concrete examples of how they've used those skills in real-life situations.
It makes it much more believable
Yes.
and helps the interviewers see you in action.
Absolutely.
It's like painting a picture with your words.
I love that. And they even mention a commitment to continuous learning,
Oh, that's smart.
which shows you're not just relying on past experience, but you're actively wanting to grow and develop your skills further.
Yeah, always be learning.
Absolutely.
Now, on to tip number 4, which is showcasing those all-important soft skills.
Okay.
I'm curious, why do you think soft skills are especially crucial for HCAs?
This is where it gets really interesting.
Okay.
Think about the nature of the job.
Mm-hmm.
Interacting with patients who might be in pain or distress.
Yeah.
Working with a diverse team under pressure.
Right.
It's not just about medical tasks, it's about human connection.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
The video gives an example answer for why should we hire you for this healthcare assistant role? And it beautifully emphasizes empathy, patience, and genuine care for patient well-being.
I love the phrasing. They use a unique combination of compassion, dedication, and relevant experience.
Oh, that's good.
This encourages you to pinpoint what makes you stand out as a candidate.
Right.
What are your unique strengths that you can bring to the role?
It's a great prompt for our listener to start thinking about
Yeah.
what makes them special.
Exactly.
So tip number 5 is all about tailoring your prep to those NHS-specific interview questions.
This is where the video gets super practical.
Okay.
The questions you'll face are designed to assess your suitability for the unique challenges of an HCA role. They want to see how your skills and experience will translate into real-life scenarios.
So reviewing typical interview questions for HCAs is key.
Yes.
But the video takes it a step further.
They suggest thinking about the tough situations you might face as an HCA.
Oh, okay.
What would you do if you had a difficult patient, a stressful emergency, or a conflict within the team? Having thought out answers to these types of questions will show you're truly prepared.
Yeah, and then there's the brilliant idea of using the job description as your secret weapon.
The job description more than just a list of tasks.
Yeah.
It's like a blueprint for
Right.
what the NHS is seeking in an ideal candidate. Pay attention to the language they use and the specific skills they emphasize.
The video even suggests using those exact terms from the job description in your answers.
It's all about showing them you've done your homework and truly understand what they're looking for.
Yeah, it's like speaking their language.
Exactly.
Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground
Yeah.
in just the first 5 tips from this video. We've got research NHS values, relevant experience, soft skills, and using the job description to your advantage.
And remember, this is just the tip of the iceberg.
Oh, right.
We'll delve deeper into the rest of the video's advice in the next part of our deep dive.
Perfect.
Yeah. So we've laid a great foundation with those first 5 tips.
Yeah.
But now it's time to take it to the next level. You know, you've got the knowledge,
Okay.
but how do you make it truly resonate with the interviewers?
I love that question because this is where your personal prep really kicks in.
Exactly.
We can give you all the tools and strategies, but ultimately it's about showcasing your unique strengths and experiences.
It's about connecting these tips to your own story and letting your genuine passion for this role shine through.
Yeah.
And speaking of passion, one thing that struck me about the video is how Joshua Brown's enthusiasm is practically contagious.
I totally agree. You can tell he genuinely wants to help people succeed in these interviews.
Yes.
And that energy translates to the viewer.
Absolutely.
And makes you feel like, yes, I can do this.
So how can our listener tap into that passion and convey it effectively during their interview?
I think it starts with digging deep and asking yourself, what truly drives me to be an HCA? What impact do I want to have?
And once you've tapped into that inner motivation, let it radiate in your answers.
Yeah, it's not about being over the top,
Right.
but rather like a genuine warmth and enthusiasm for the work.
It's about authenticity.
Yeah.
When you're truly passionate about something, it shows in your energy, your tone of voice, and even your body language.
Right.
It's captivating, and it makes people want to listen to what you have to say.
And that authenticity can really set you apart from other candidates.
Yeah, absolutely.
Skills and experience are important,
Yes,
but passion is that X factor that makes you memorable.
I agree.
Now let's go back to something we touched on earlier,
Okay.
using real-life examples.
This is where the rubber meets the road.
Yes.
Instead of just saying, I'm a good communicator, tell a compelling story that demonstrates that skill.
Okay.
Describe a challenging situation, the steps you took, and the positive outcome.
Stories are powerful because they bring your skills to life
Yes.
and help the interviewers envision you in the role. It makes your skills tangible and relatable.
And remember, stories don't have to be limited to your work history.
Right.
Think about experiences from volunteering, caring for family members, or even hobbies.
Oh, yeah.
They can reveal a lot about your character and capabilities.
That's so true. For example, if you volunteered at a senior center or helped care for a sick relative, those experiences showcase compassion, empathy,
Yes.
and a willingness to help others, all essential qualities for an HCA.
It's about connecting the dots and highlighting those golden nuggets of experience that demonstrate your passion and suitability for this role.
Okay.
Now, there's one crucial element the video touches on that we haven't discussed yet.
Okay.
Asking thoughtful questions at the end of the interview.
I love this part.
Yeah, it's often overlooked, but it's a prime opportunity to show you're genuinely interested and have been actively listening throughout the conversation.
It also allows you to gather more information
Exactly.
and ensure this role is the right fit for you.
Yes. It turns the interview into a two-way street. So what kind of questions could our listener ask?
Well, you could inquire about the specific challenges and rewards of being an HCA in that particular ward or department.
Oh, that's good.
That shows you're already thinking about the day-to-day reality of the job.
Another great question is about professional development opportunities within the NHS.
Yeah.
It demonstrates ambition and a desire to learn and grow.
You could even ask about the team dynamics and what the interviewer enjoys most about working there.
Oh, I like that.
It personalizes the conversation
Yes.
and shows you're interested in the people and the work environment.
Remember, the questions you ask are just as important as the answers you give.
Right.
They reveal your thoughtfulness, your curiosity, and genuine interest in the role.
So before your interview, jot down a few insightful questions that came up during your research or our conversation today.
Yeah.
It'll show you've been paying attention and are eager to learn more.
Now, before we move on, I want to circle back to the NHS values. We talked about how crucial they are,
Right.
but it's worth emphasizing that these values aren't just for the interview.
Right.
They need to be woven into your everyday actions as an HCA.
That's a great point. The NHS is built on a foundation of compassion, respect, dignity,
Yeah.
and a commitment to quality care for everyone.
Yes.
As a future HCA, you'll play a vital role in upholding those values.
It's both challenging and rewarding, requiring a true dedication to serving others.
Yeah.
So as you prepare, think about how your personal values align with those of the NHS.
Okay.
How will you demonstrate those values in your interactions with patients and colleagues?
Because ultimately, it's not just about getting the job.
Right.
It's about being a valued member of the NHS team.
Yes.
And making a real difference in people's lives.
That brings us to a thought-provoking question for you.
Okay.
How do you see yourself contributing to the NHS and upholding its values as an HCA?
It's a question worth reflecting on as you embark on this exciting journey.
Absolutely.
We've covered a lot of ground today. But there's one more essential aspect to discuss. So we've talked about researching the role, showcasing your skills, and even asking insightful questions.
Yeah.
But I think the biggest takeaway from this entire deep dive is the importance of being genuine.
Absolutely.
Letting your true self shine through.
It can be so tempting to put on a facade, and present like this perfectly polished version of yourself in an interview.
Right.
But authenticity is what truly resonates with interviewers.
They're not just looking for someone who ticks all the boxes.
Right.
They're looking for someone who will be a great fit for the team and who genuinely cares about the patients.
And that genuine care can't be faked.
Right.
It has to come from within.
Yeah, so as you prepare, take some time to reflect on your strengths, your values, and what truly motivates you to pursue this career path.
Think about the experiences that have shaped you, the challenges you've overcome, the lessons you've learned along the way.
Yeah.
Those are the stories that will truly connect with the interviewers.
It's about sharing your unique journey and letting your passion for helping others shine through.
Exactly.
Remember, you have a story to tell,
Yes.
and the NHS wants to hear it.
And with that, we've reached the end of our deep dive into these fantastic HCA interview tips.
I know it went by so fast.
It did.
We hope you found this exploration insightful and empowering.
We're confident that with the right preparation and a genuine passion for the role, you'll absolutely ace that interview.
Remember, you've got this. Good luck.